it sort of went one-sided again. I don't know. I honestly, there's not many situations in which I just don't know. And it comes down to map 3, anyone's game. I'm not even going to say who I think's going to make it.
No, I'm not going to ask it out either. I'm not going to say it either. This really is just a coin toss. Just flip a coin, heads or tails, put a team to either side, and that's my prediction. There you go. Pistol round with utility out for Norway. Double flash and smoke in for him, and into the ramp default will initially go for Singularity, who start things off on the T-side line. Unique over the defensive base has covered one back site, one over at Sandbags. Winters watching directly down towards B main. Doesn't see anything just yet. They're stacking up to go for the B hit.
They're still quite wide on this angle out from the B stairs, getting a lot of contact, has to fall back. Smiley's just a bait playing out in quad.
Winter has caught Clax at least. That's a starting kill. A bit more to come through from Smiley. He looks back out, catches C's top of the shot. 5 versus 3 now. Unique have all the control. Singularity getting picked apart piece by piece. They've seen the majority of that presence in all the utility being thrown over by CT and T-side line. Smoke's wasted. Norway does get his kill in on Winter, at least trade that one individual, but Smiley held back to the back of the site. Still looking in from quad. Doesn't see anybody as of right now. They've ducked their heads back, and Singularity might think about the retake.
It's got to come down to, what do you do in this situation? You're dry on util, you've got none of it left, you're hoping for a mistake, you're hoping that one of these CT players just starts aggressing down from ladder or out to the ramp control. They're going to start shifting the offensive ever so slightly, leave Guardian out from the B stairs, and Sorrow, he's not even aggressing, he's thinking about it now. Guardian's taking contact on B.
Sorrow's gone down over towards the underpass position, and this distraction might pull the backstabbing player back in towards that B side position. The contact has been established on the A side. The bomb has also been spotted, so it can go down. Retake will be on for Unique, and a 4 versus 3 tags up available. Sorrow can get Norway at long last. Duke Fisher will deal with Deladez, and well, Guardian caught off easy. His shot for Smiley, 2 kills up for him, and a pistol round that goes the way of Unique.
And that was an unbelievable read for Unique. So they've got themselves a 4v3, and Guardian's just trying to sell the B fake, hold the defenders. Down Sorrow goes to the ladder position, and rather than going out to the B stairs, where does he go? Ramp. They realize that it is a fake. They are trying to draw the rotations, and him going out from ramp gives the information bomb's going down. We're going to start rotating players back over to the A side. Don't need to completely gamble on B, and even catch off one of the ramp players once that bomb does go down. And for Singularity, considering the situation they're in, at least that bomb plant allows a force up going into the second.
Smoke standing out towards that ramp default. If there's one piece of util I expect to be confidently and consistently placed, it would be that one. Unique suppressing Singularity initially. I mean, the T-side did get their bomb plant in, so there are guns out, and Unique have got to be careful with that much. They themselves are on for Masters and SMGs. Not the most confident second round.
Now, Guardian with just the walkout from mid. No util to follow, really, in terms of a teammate at all. Smiley could just take the straight-on contact. It all just comes down to how dry and how wide Guardian wants to take the angle.
Burst fire for the Galils, giving up info as to where one of them is playing, and probably giving up info as to the kind of setup that Singularity have. Unique just hold their ground for now. Heavy aggression into the A site, and Sorrow's going to pay for it as he swings out, and Norway catches the opening frag. Guardian ready for some more out towards mid. Smile, you can deal with him.
A great peek. Oh, they've even spotted the Sandbags player. There's a molly to come through from C. This should be an easy kill.
Still lining up 2 players for damage done towards Norway, so not ideal for the likes of Singularity. They still gain the 4-on-3 advantage. And they're going to work into the site here in 2 players out at side alley. Clax could get this 1 kill involved. M4 takes his fight back. SMG burst fires. And they should be aware of the 2 players that are up here. Galil gets his kills as Deladez finally turns it into 1 man left of Winter. Tries to deny on C's. Gets that kill. But Clax can respond towards side alley position, get his frag involved. And Singularity will take their conversion.
Well, we've seen this before, haven't we? Really struggling for both these teams to be able to win the anti-force buys. We've gone back and forth a fair bit. And an extra bonus I will give for Singularity is that Guardian has played this map 7 times, and this is now his 8th playing it with FaZe and standing in for Sinners recently. So he's got experience on this map.
8 times in history, though.
Yeah, we're talking like an average of less than 3 for the whole players in this server, though. So it's double the experience, the way I look at it.
Listen, you at home can take from that what you will. Deagle in the Winter. We're going to catch Guardian off. Sorrow, Duke Fisher, Iceman get those kills in. Shot on C, shot on Deladez. Sorrow able to support it. 5-on-3 advantage being gained here for Unique. They've got a couple of guns to work with now. And the B site's looking mighty open.
Great stuff coming in for the Deagles, and you're right about the open B site. Rotation can come in relatively quickly. Winter doesn't need to completely overextend himself. Just play the numbers game.
2 taps, both missed. Flashed off, smoked away. 3 more taps, cannot connect it from anything, completely blind. Smokes and nades in, should do a little bit of damage finally. A couple of kills can get isolated by Clax and Norway. 3v3, Bod Part can go down. Norway's on 1 point of health as well. He might burn here. He just barely escapes the ire of the flames. Guardian and Clax set to the crossfire. They're trying to do as much as they can. Galil in, takes on Duke Fisher and wins out that fight. Back in for a bit more. Winter's Deagle facing Iceman. Can get a kill on Norway. Guardian can respond towards it. Clax goes falling. And Winter gets the headshot on a second man as well to make it another response from Team Unique.
Oh, beautiful shot coming through from Winter. Not an easy one to hit at all. Get our defuse forward. And for Singularity, they'll be frustrated in that sort of situation. 2v1 post plant down at B. You've got to be converting those, really. And instead, that retake comes in. Clutch comes through. Singularity aren't exactly on double eco status, so they don't need to buy it up. There's still that opportunity to do so if they want.
Advantage CT side. Singularity forcing the issue. We have a number of force buy rounds over the course of this one. Let's go back and forth. Util in, standard smokes down. Deladez ready for that first face out towards the ramp position. The rifles and the SMG trying to suppress them. Molotov should burn away Norway's platform. Seas take some damage. Spray through can come through, and Duke Fisher can get caught. And they barely evade that Molotov, actually. Iceman's got to get response blind.
Yeah, it starts spreading right at the end, so they get that smoke down. Sorry, still being quite aggressive out from the ramp position. Seems like they do want to go back passive, starting to fall away rather than just consistently putting pressure on. Singularity have not had many mid plays being successful at all. It's normally just take ramp, work out how much damage we're taking. Okay, fair bit. We'll move back over to B stairs.
The default out towards there. Clax keeping his eyes set. Winter. AK watching on here from the AC box. Still sees nothing as Singularity. 45 seconds to go. How are you two in? The flashbang's going over for the T side line of Molotovs. The smoke's down. Winter caught off. Flash blinded. Guardian does see him on a swing. Second phase gives up the information towards that player. Smiley takes some damage. Clack close with the Eagle. Loses his life. Winter gets the advantage back for Team Unique as the bomb goes down for Singularity. Guardian there with a trade. Winter gets caught off. Smiley responds to a 2v2 and now makes it 1 now. Smiley all alone. Triple up for the clutch. Gets Guardian for his double. There's Norway standing with a sight. The flick towards the head is fantastic. Smiley has been locking on accurate with his shots.
Forget the 100 ping gods. What about clutch gods? My goodness, 2 rounds in a row now coming through from Unique. And they are starting to show up in these 1v2 situations. How frustrating must that be for Singularity? That you've had 2 rounds in a row that really, you should have won it, and instead you've just given it up.
It's still been a bit of a blow-for-blow kind of game, but you're right. Starting to spiral out of control for Singularity. They've got to recover it quick. Less Team Unique could do some significant damage going forward. And again, with how awkward this map can be, you can't really expect any sort of major advantage to turn into a map up unless the disadvantage turn into a comeback either. Orp in, nades on. Ready for the shot, and Smiley gets caught off by Norway. All important stuff for Singularity.
And not even a leg coming through from the AWP at all, and so much damage being taken from Duke Fisher. Iceman as well down to 52, and Singularity have done in the hard yards so far into their ramp default. A Guardian waiting for any kind of aggressive move out from mid. Duck the AWP back over to Iceman. It's been a while since we've seen the AWP in his hands. Yeah,
he's over Duke Fisher because he's been a while since we've seen it in his hands. It'll be a while long before he takes a shot with it. Duke Fisher, 15 HP, makes sense to give him the AWP. Iceman, nice if we can pass that AK off to somebody else. Sorrow Winter on 100 points of health from us might be better to upgrade. They can still get a kill on Guardian and get the man advantage for the CTs.
Now, these walks from Guardian out of mid have not been very successful at all. Now getting some util down into the site itself. 3 CTs here on A to defend, and so much spam damage. It actually goes the other way, and Seas gets a pick.
Blind through the smoke. Matt Tanner Clax being closer, gets caught by the AWP regardless. Duke Fisher hunting for the wall bang, but gets the frag ahead of the wall in prospect. Mars sneak in, sees gets caught next, and now Dezel, last man left here. He gets his kill in the first 20 seconds to make it a triple clutch. Duke Fisher is low. It might have heard that scope as well. Winter coming up from the back lines as well for Marcin to catch him off guard. Positional advantage, and well, he has no idea. Winter with his frag, and the fourth to the board of Unique.
Yeah, Dilly Dez just not being able to read that play, and how would you? You're so tunnel visioned onto the peak to come aggressively out from CT spawn or out from Orange, and these rounds have been so close. So in terms of the reset, just keep your eyes on how much money is in the reserve for the CT side. Even here, when it didn't quite go as down to the wire as possible, you've got 4 players on less than $1,000. So all it's going to take from Singularity is winning one of these half buys or a rifle round, and it's going to wreck the money.
Great shot in for Smiley, however, going to put them on track here for the Unique side. Iceman gets an SMG frag. Clax can trade in. Smiley still holding with AWP. Scope shot not quite as fantastic as they'd like it to be. Duke Fisher still locks on towards Clax, drops that bomb. Norway in a 1 versus 4. Nice to the SMG. The UMP of Sora can pick up the kill. But regardless, this should be around for Unique. Nades in, UMP sneaking around to that line. Should see him. Does indeed get that frag. So $1,200. I think $1,800 total actually on SMG bonus kills. 5-1 to the board of Unique. That was a pretty decent cleanup. Here come the guns.
Well, we saw Unique playing the Spirit Academy side in Malta Vibes a little while back, which was about 3-4 weeks ago. They had a great CT side, 8 rounds. They got over to the T side and managed 1. So you'd have to imagine in this sort of situation that if they can press themselves for double digits in the first half, they'll give themselves the safety net going into the second half.
And Smiley finding a frag on Clax. Norway there with a responsive. AK involved. C is now looking around the edge of the B stairs. That could be an interesting engagement. Nades on towards the ramp position. Meanwhile, as Winter does end up falling, C's picks up the frag and opens up the B side. If the bomb rotates now, it's going in. Sora gets picked up as well. So Singularity still acting off the basis of the kills here. Could remove all Unique players from play.
Dilly's just not even extending out on that ram contact as well. Just bring that bomb over, it's safe. Yeah, you can go hunting because you're going to know that you'd try and force them on double eco status. Iceman pushing forward. AK does not win out that fight. Still not really room for them to start working over, and they're not even rotating back to B. They're just going to save their weapons.
Yeah, just keep the AWP and the M4. See if they can grab one of the AKs dropped by Dilladez or Clax. But yeah, no, they'll fall back. Keep those in past the back of the sniper's nest. This will be a second round of the board of Singularity. Decent confidence coming in to win out those fights. A couple of differences could have made the difference here for Unique in this round.
And that's what it probably does come down to, honestly, is those slight differences. Not much room, really, to continue forward. And for Singularity, the economy game is going to be important for them to start leveling out.
Guns can still be rebought back here for Unique, though, so they could put Singularity right back on the back foot with a force buy win. Seeing the M4 come out for Winter, maybe Duke Fisher can also afford. Sora's been dropped in M4 as well. So yeah, we'll see the basis of a buy here for this next round. Limited on utility sets, unfortunately, but that's just the consequence of the force. Still got a pretty decent amount of it here. Force, 5 smokes, 4 flashes, 3 HEs, 4 incendiaries. It's not terrible, honestly, for them. Smokes in, Molotov's back here. The Dead's going to be suppressed, trying to look for a gap in that smoke, trying to look for the CT player that's out there, and Duke Fisher still gets the kill regardless.
I got a few teammates to try and swing with him. They still want to get quite aggressive, spamming through the smoke. Not really much continuous damage coming through. Always thinking of a trade back.
Can see 3 players, but doesn't get any of them. Sora able to bail out his teammate. Duke Fisher stays alive at 39 points of HP, and it's a 5-on-3 for Unique.
It was a decent attempt, wasn't it? They weren't really looking up at that alley entrance at all from the scaffs and had the opportunity to strike. Didn't quite go down the way that he would have wanted. Sora out from the sandbags. They've got 1 molly. They just might not even check this position at all.
Warp looking to wrap up. Flashbangs over, turned away from. Looks in. And the M4 fires away for Sorrow, gets his kill back, 2 left standing. Klaxon seized. Heads ducked down. Molotov's in to try driving him away here in the sandbag. Seized, gets caught, and Klaxon in 1 versus 5. And this was the big fear I talked about. This was the big thing that Team Unique could have done. 1 off the back of its reinvestment. With 30 seconds left, Clack still with 4 players to find. Backstab's involved. All CTs watching the bomb. There's no way in for him.
This was 100% the way into the game, and the way into map 3 is if they could win that round right there, start being able to pull momentum, and instead it's gone completely the opposite way. And then you start thinking to yourself, was this the right way that the veto could have gone out? Because for Singularity, they had the last ban, and they decided to ban out Ancient, which as of late has actually turned into a pretty decent map. For Unique, it's not one that they pick into a crazy amount. They don't mind playing it for map 3, so not going that direction and going into Vertigo was a risk for them, and even for the CT sides, the amount of AKs they've got to work with up against Eco.
M4 is the thing that strikes first. Sorrow does not need the 1-shot headshot weapons. Iceman doesn't need to either, didn't get Guardian on a headshot. Nori and C is getting tagged up by Nade, so even the utility could get the kills together. Diladez gets to get 1 responsive of assault on Smiley. Head of the smoke, I believe. He probably pushed aggressive. Still the man advantage for Unique, and they've got HP numbers above every player of the T-side line. C spotted, and now he's gone.
Sorry, just keep pushing forward. Classic Team Unique, that 4v2 advantage. I will just keep pressing, keep getting aggressive. Oh, let's just even dive down. Like, what is going on here? The trade can come back. It's... I don't know if I should laugh or cry when I look at some of this play style.
Well, indifference is usually the in-between between those two, so I'll let you make the decision of where on that scale you want to be at. 5 rounds of difference for Unique, and the emotion that Singularity are currently probably experiencing is worry. About to lose the CT, the T side half, I should say. Give it the CT side towards Unique. And this is very, very similar to the way things went down on Overpass. Took Singularity a long time to get started, and in terms of the numbers game, in terms of the strategy, it just looks flat from them.
Yeah, it does, and we have higher expectations. New signing for the team. They've been able to have some decent results recently. Getting into the RMR would be important to get the points up. Iceman even peeking forward, dry peek. Doesn't even need a flash over the top and wins out that first fight. They've still got a sandbags player they don't know about.
Incendiaries on Norway. So close towards Duke. Fisher hoping that he can find an angle to work with here at the alley position. Just waiting for contact. Meanwhile on the CT side, Smiley looking out. Towards tops could be amazing right now for a kill count, and Norway gets his pick back turn towards Smiley's position, and eventually he lands it on that tops angle. Norway caught by the tags up from his teammate. Guardian's AWP can win the AWP view battle to 3-on-3. Singularity
walk mid.
Find the trace to evens.
Oh, our C's got here. Oh, they even check it. I thought that was going to be the sick play for Singularity. At least they open up the A side so they can get the bomb down.
Iceman dropping, Clax molotoving and smoking off the entry to the site. One plant can be secured. No! Sorrow just charges straight through the flames. Gets the frag on it, and Guardian now 1-on-2. Doesn't see Winter. Yes, he does. Flick on 1v1 now. Where's the last man creeping around the back lines? AWP desperate to try and get Sorrow! And he gets his flick for his 3k. And 3 rounds for Singularity.
Oh, there we go. There we go. That's what we've come here to see. A great sequence coming out for Guardian, and probably one of the biggest rounds we've seen from him this entire game. That resets the economy line from a couple of those individuals over on the CTs. They'll be able to force the investment back. It will be limited on the reserve for a few. Couple of MP9s coming through for Duke Fisher and for Sorrow. And for Singularity, they needed that. They really needed to break this streak.
Still getting charged up by SMGs here. Look at Duke Fisher and Sorrow. They find a 1-for-1 trade on Norway. Slight limitation in respect that dropped an AK versus an SMG to fall. 1-for-1 trade's pretty nice in that particular respect. AWP of Smiley, meanwhile, hunting around. There's players out here in the footsteps and flicks towards Diladez. Finds the advantage for Unique again. Are they going to respond to Singularity again?
Yeah, just a class AWP coming through on that city side. Seized, can't even deal with the M4, even out of position. And in terms of follow-ups, they're just not here on the T side, are they?
Yeah. Two left standing. Clax trying to pick up somebody here towards that B site. Backed up by a smoke from his teammate Molotov as well to the back of the site. AUG still swings. They have no fear in their hearts here, Unique. Guardian, another clutch for him in his AWP, but this time it might be a bit too impossible. Bombs on his back. 50 seconds left. He's back in T-spawn. He's saving.
They've got an aggressive mid player, so I have a feeling that come after time, they're going to try something here. They're going to try and see if they can push forward. Money's not great. Even Iceman had a fair bit in terms of reserve when they went for those double SMGs. Is it even really worth the risk? Kind of knowing loss bonus, knowing there'll be no bomb plant. Unique, though. Great hold out from that B side. Just the swing with the AUG. Singularity, they're struggling real hard here in first half.
Yeah. It's not looking all that great. 8-3. It's all down to the follow-ups, Twig. You know, they're good at getting certain rounds. It's all down to the follow-up rounds and the getting the second round after the fact to connect 2 rounds together. I don't think Singularity have had 2 rounds in a row at all in this map up.
And I can't remember if I said it at the beginning of the broadcast or when we were talking about it earlier when we started, was upsets happen in these CIS close qualifiers. Wild stuff happens with the derbies. And for a team of Unique, who's never even won a map in a head-to-head, is now looking to decimate on map 3 and get a best-of-3 victory to get them to the R&R.
We did say anything could happen on Vertigo at least, so it is kind of understandable. But you can't help but feel Singularity are partially or mostly at fault for this. The reasons why they are losing Vertigo are the reasons why they lost out on Overpass. I didn't even realize, I completely forgot that it was the first map win for Unique on that Overpass victory. Which, it just felt like that wasn't even the case with how easily they just dispatched the Singularity. And again, they look to do the exact same thing right here. AWP of Guardian, gap and a smoke to abuse here. I think Winter's also abusing it with the AUG himself, which is why Guardian's not looking for it. Actually, he's looking on Banger. So maybe there's a chance for the AWP to strike, but he's not going to overextend.
No, he's being hidden completely from the B-Stairs players, just waiting for that boost up to come through. Decent incendiary. No sound cues coming through with it. No one running away and no one taking any damage from it.
Flashbang about to come in as well to deny the T-side players. They hear footsteps. Winter ready, Deladaz gets caught, Guardian does find Soros to that flashbang. It was pulled initially here, he's just going to blind fire, he's completely blinded. Backup's going to get back here in 20 time, we're going to CT flashbangs. Winter will still die, but Siege will burn alive. So 3 on 3, Smiley thinking of backstabs, but all players are coming in from main. Norway, Glock kill, Smiley, AWP kill, Norway so close, and he has absolutely no idea. Duke Fisher trades it, Guardian sees him through the smoke and gets his flick. Another clutch held for him, another round for Singularity.
I'm just trying to do the math on how many clutches we've seen. We've seen, what, 2 clutches for Unique in 1v2s. We've now seen 2 clutches from Guardian. And maybe this is what Vertigo just turns into. A game of clutches. Who is going to be able to find that finale? And right there for Singularity, when you think about the buy they have, that's not good enough from Unique. The B defenders, they had 3 there to work with. And no one's playing anti-flash. They're getting ripped by them flashes.
Again, with a round victory coming in for Singularity, the question is the follow-up there? It's the one issue they've struggled with all throughout Vertigo. Unique again going to regress pretty far forward here towards the ramp position. SMG will start to fall away though, Singularity giving away no info.
Yeah, Winter has been aggressive out from the B-Stairs in the past, and last time he did it was actually Siege that caught him off. Trying to see if they can get an early advantage, and thinking of maybe what's happening over on the other channel, Jay. Entropic getting the 2-0 over Ave. High game there in that series.
Say that in a 2-0 fashion. I mean, the maps were close, so to be fair.
Yeah.
Credit to Ave on that respect, because Entropic are a very difficult team to beat. We'll come back to talking about that in a second here, because Singularity are pressing the issue up to the A bomb site. Winter going to start to regress down towards B site. Recognise that nobody should be out here. Singularity are spreading their way up, and Duke Fisher can catch the kill. Deladez caught Norway, caught Guardian, can respond. That backstab is still closing in here for the CT side. The main defensive force have done their damage, and Iceman has not been detected here at side alley. Clax will force forward, thinking that side alley is completely cleared, and Iceman's just going to evade all contact. Guardian does pick back again to a 3v3.
That's a great read. They were sandwiching men from both sides. There is a ramp player of the M4. Do they expect another backstab?
There's Winter on the fragger Guardian. Turn away from Clax, keeps it at evens now. They didn't see the player as Seas. Sorrow barely holds on. The flashbang keeps Seas alive. He's allowed to get that kill in. Smiley sees them both, but can't find the frags. And there it is. Singularity with their follow-up.
And that just destroys money. Situation at all. 2,400 loss bonus has to be a proper light eco for Unique. Singularity just being able to have the reads we saw out from Sandbags, the AWP from Guardians waiting for the wrap, Clack swings in, 2v2, and just sloppy for Unique as they get aggressive up from that orange position. Don't quite get those immediate headshots and those immediate kills. Singularity, this might be one of the closest halves we've seen in a while.
And this is looking much more competitive than the previous series. Previous map, I should say. I mean, I guess the map before that as well. So far in this particular series. Kill on the first. Dilla Dez has opened up with the AKs. Of course, eco round in this particular one, so it should be easy enough for Unique to fall apart, for Singularity to show no signs of making it close here on this round. Second kill for the AK, 5 on 3.
Just hoping that one of these USPs gets double dink, easy kill. It's not going to happen at all. Singularity just with their ramp control, and I enjoy that they're taking this as a unit setup rather than just widespread defaulting and allowing 1v1 opportunities just all come together and peek off one another. Oh yeah.
Yep. 1 on 5 Winter. Zeus. USP. If he had a smoke and a kit, there's possibilities for a ninja defuse. Now just Zeus shot on C's to get to the site, put the smoke down, get the defuse stuck. Takes his face with the USP instead though, and C's is not letting him have any of that. 2 kills to his name, Dilla Dez, no triple in that round. The 6th round of Singularity, Unique, 1 final buy with the M4s out. No AWP potential, but at least they have guns.
I gotta wonder as well if they can really give themselves sort of the 9-6, give themselves the positive note going into the second half itself. Or even just match up exactly what happened against Spirit Academy only a few weeks ago. 8 rounds on that CT basis. Singularity now starting to work with some momentum and starting to show us some of the goods that they've got to offer here on Vertigo.
Nades up. M4's facing on Smiley, Incendiaries. Set into the CT side, Clack's boosted up, sees the head of Winter, doesn't get the shot to kill him off because tag on the shoulder instead, so that's a slight start for Singularity.
They're baiting in so much of this util though for Unique, so eventually when they do go for that late take up to the A site by the looks of it, there's just not going to be much left at all. Duke Fisher just jump spotting, puts that smoke down as soon as they get a contact, and they are gamble stacking on B. They're hard rotating.
Molotov's up. City side players just going to rotate out of their defensive positions. The flash is over from Dilla Dez. Guardian continues pressing forward as seized. Try and reposition on Singularity's part. They're going to try for this B campaign, but 40 seconds. They're going to have to act quick.
Even for Iceman, that Incendiary is going to slow down the push. Singularity now making a couple of those footsteps out from mid. That would have been heard.
Suppression involved. Winter watching. Flashes over past Scaff. Molotov starting to ring in. Winter's just going to wait here. The bomb could be denied by him. Engagements out to the Desert Guardian. Get those kills together. Iceman with 1 responsive. Seas gets Smiley, so they open up the B site. And Duke Fisher now far away as Singularity can deal with all elements here despite the low timer. 1v4 for the M4. Picks up that first. Goes no further than that. And it will be the most competitive half we've had in our series. It's 8-7 up for Unique after the break.
was left out in the open. Saw the fear in your eyes as we move through the dust. Nights turn into days, wanna buy another. Under darkened skies, we await, bound to each other. But our spirits never die. Faded as we push through the darkest times. I'll be there by your side. We arise when everything's breaking. Our souls will awaken. Our spirits never die. At the end of the line, the trust in our hearts beating louder. Under darkened skies, we await, bound to each other. But our spirits never die. Faded as we push through the darkest times. I'll be there by your side. We arise when everything's breaking. Our souls will awaken. Our spirits never die.
As close as it can be between Unique and Singularity. 8-7 up at the turn of the half of that CT side. Now looking into the T half is where Unique can really take control. The question is, will that end up being the case? Singularity have been on the win streak so far, Dweck.
Yeah, they have. They've been able to bring a fair bit of momentum moving forward into the second half now. We know what Unique are like on pistol rounds, though.
Charging straight up towards ramp here. The information completely aware by Singularity. They've got all sorts of footsteps. They've not been subtle about this at all. Smiley, first man in the clock out. USP of Clax watching, smoke towards Cross. Speed directly landing at his feet as Singularity are suppressed for the time being. Nades on, damage done. Bomb plant can be secured as Duke Fisher kicks things off.
Well placed with the utility, with the smoke down, flash over the top, and even double HE. Another great flash. That gives away so much information that there really isn't a backstab.
Deladad's on 5 points of HP for this retake in for Singularity. They should know what's going on. Winter's going to cover off just in case their information is wrong, and Iceman just sat on the bomb. Smoke ahead of it. CIS takes face. CIS swing. Glock out for Iceman. Gets his kill on 2 individuals. Clax can respond towards a couple of his backup players, but it doesn't matter because the rest of the kills are pouring in for Unique, and they've gained a solid pistol win.
And that's exactly what Unique are looking for. Now, we know they've been great in the pistol rounds. That we can't take any credit away from them there. It's the anti-force buys, though, that both teams have really struggled with. So even though you win pistol, it's not a set 10th round for Unique at all.
John's back in for Singularity. You'll see the force buy that Eagles, the Kevlar and everything. Unique not out of the woods just yet here. Khalil's in a mat 10 for Duke. Utility in across everybody else here for the Unique camp. And of course, Singularity trying their best to find this opening kill down ramp.
Now, Winter's just waiting for any kind of aggressive move to come in. And for Singularity, you'd have to imagine that at some point, info plays are going to have to be made. The util comes through from a few players, no kit. So if they do get into a post-plant position and have to try and retake, that's also something going to have to consider their options. Unique not really bringing many SMGs forward, just that one MAC-10.
With Duke can follow up the money here. Only 2 players without head Kevlar, so that might be a bit of a difficult prospect. Looking up at the boost angles, Soro's going to keep his head as far away from that double man boost as possible. Deladad has seen them, however. What can he get out of this? Very little, it seems. Smokes on. Cross lock, taps forward. Soro does get caught. That's a start off. CT is getting the man advantage. Duke Fidget sees those two players back here and does find only one. Norway with the responsive, so the advantage is favoured by Singularity. Bomb yet to get planted, but they're suppressed on all fronts.
CT's just hiding behind these smokes. There's even a backstab coming out from Rat. They've got no idea about it. Sees with the Deagle finally gets that kill. And now it's just down to 2 team players left.
Patience is a virtue. Iceman can't deal with C's, but Norway gets the responsive and Winter in a 1 versus 3. Picks up some util, gets 1 kill, but no further than that. Guardian closes as Singularity take a steal.
That's got to be, what, the 7th, 8th anti-force buy round we've seen be successful over the course of this best of 3. It is a crazy high amount. And now for Unique, you did so much in the pistol that it feels like a step back. Now they're going to be on double eco status. They have to buy it up. And for Singularity, this could be them just gaining the momentum again.
Should be easy enough to control it. Flashes over, smokes down a standard. Winter with an eagle. Tries to lean up as Duke Fisher. Tanked an 8 alongside Smiley. 2 of them down to their position. Unique already low early in this round.
Not quite completely overextending, but still just jiggle peeking, waiting for that wrap to come through up into the exit or the entrance for the T's, up to the top position. And finally, that Galil takes contact. Got to be worried about how he continues extending, knowing he's down lower than half HP.
Smoke suppression, big gap there for Iceman. Smiley still pressing the issue, trying to find a work in. Low HP not affecting him too badly. It's Winter walks out with an eagle towards mid. So slow, so considerate, and so individual from Unique. They're so spread out from each other.
Smiley's thinking about making a play. He's got his teammate of Iceman behind him. No utils. It's going to have to be the drive peak. Could deal with the first player, and indeed they do.
And they find Deladez as well. 4 on 3. Dropping that player to the side. Diffuse kits available to someone to pick up. Clax will end up dropping towards Whitner in the back lines. The flank from mid has worked. A 4 versus 2, making it 1. And Unique are back in full control. At least that's what you think. But Guardian has a couple of other plans. 2 frags. Thinking that Winters might still be on the backstab. Doesn't see Soro though. Swing out of the Eagle. Double up for him in a 10th round. A steal round again from Unique.
I shouldn't even really be surprised. This is kind of what we expect on Vertigo, is the scrappiness, only because these teams just don't play it. So in those kind of rounds, you're seeing Singularity just holding complete off angles, getting punished, and just fantastic shots out from the Deagle. Tactical timeout coming through from Unique. Wonder what they're discussing here. Probably not how to lose the next, because for them, they're up 10-8. They got to double digits. They win this anti-force bite. You're looking at a 12-8 scoreline, really.
Very characteristic how that round played out there, because for Singularity, their problem has always been getting conversions and follow-ups as opposed to the actual rounds themselves. And of course, they win the pistol, or they lose the pistol, they win the conversion, and then they lose the follow-up after that. Force guns back in. Rebuy there for Unique. The force buy there for Singularity. They did work with this previously. Less Deagles than the force conversion round. But CZs for Nori and Clax can still be just as good.
And honestly, it's got to break at some point. We went down away on Overpass, and it sort of just turned into rifle rounds, didn't it? Smiley's getting knifed in the back, so he's down to 70 points of health very early into the round. And Singularity thinking about taking the aggressive approach down ramp again.
There's been at least one knife in the back of some players, at T-spawn for every single map so far in this series.
Jay?
It does annoy me, actually, because now Smiley's on 36 HP from first contact, and this is going to be an easy kill for Singularity. I'm not going to lie, guys, it has been a bit of an awful map so far for both affairs, so I kind of want to see it be over. Winter finds C's, kicks things off in the mid-control. Norway backing up away towards that silo position. Ready to put re-smokes on towards the ramp entrance.
You have to imagine, now they're in 4v5 and they've been tagged up, just gamble stack, just play it together. If it means that you're making the wrong call, well then so be it. At least make that call to stack together, and they're just leaving A completely. Hoping that there'll be some sort of mid-rotate. Might even go aggressive in mid to see if they can catch them off. They just need to play together. That's all it comes down to.
45 seconds. Singularity start pressing forward into the ladder room. One rotator from Clax will get back towards CT spawn and try and see if it can become the basis of the main defensive. But this massive backstab force could be a bit of a problem. Wings are going to try and deal with it. Gets Guardian, gets Norway. Dilladez catches them out on the reload, but that's one trade out of 3 that they found for Team Unique. Duke Fisher deals with Clax, so that is just going to be a safe call for the Galil.
Yeah, hold on to it, bring it into the next. And Singularity, okay. This is looking all right. Looking okay for Unique. And I'm glad it doesn't go back and forth for just the entire map, because otherwise it's just a scrap fest. This time around, you got Galil, just light eco around it. And for Unique, you'd have to imagine that Winter can even invest into an SMG into the next round, and him and Duke Fisher just say, yep, we're going to farm as much money as we can, so we don't just get reset.
Hold on to that one weapon to at least have something to go with in the eco around here for Singularity. Other than that, not a lot that they can work from. Surprised that there's not trying to go for that wall bang that shot out towards the safe position at that corner at 51. Could have been enough to get a couple of kills in on Unique and try to limit the economy state. It's still very low for the T side, still very early in this map, in this half.
Say it like it's an easy wallbang, Joe.
It's not an easy wallbang, but it's worth an attempt because nobody was out there for Unique to try and get a hunt. It's what I do whenever I'm playing Vertigo on the 2 times I've played it this year. So
You're like the guys with the rest of that's on the server.
yeah, I'm a top CIS player playing an RMR qualifier, aren't I? Why wouldn't I be, Doig? You know, casters have to be good at the game, right? Sure.
Well, at least the Galil starts off. So, look, there's a way in which there's some damage being found. Even the walk up on A, they've been so silent about their approach.
Mac 10 picked up for C's, bracketing in the entire T-side force. They've got to commit here for Rab. Norway with the USP, Galil held to the backlines at Sniper's Nest, and Smiley's going to keep his eyes on the backlines just in case that backstab is coming forward, and indeed he reads it, gets his kill on Clax. Bomb plant can be secured, Iceman and Smiley start cleaning things up. Galil's been dropped, Mac 10's been dropped, Guardian with Illegals, the best weapon left in. He can put it to effect against Smiley's head, and Norway dealt with next up means that there's just nothing left for Guardian here. Not even going to bother with continuing with the frag counts. Just wants to avoid that Mac 10, disallow any chance that the T's could get money. Give it 12-8 for Team Unique.
Okay. Singularity. They get a couple of kills. So they do try and keep the economy low. Guardian, I don't really see the necessary need in holding on to a deagle. At least going out for an exit frag, you give yourself some opportunity of more. Even so, just waiting. Any kind of bid to come forward. Doesn't seem like it's going to happen at all. So 12 on the board coming through for Unique. And I guess for them, they'd love to be able to get to the RMR. Not only for the team, but just for the organization, because Unique, they've been a lot of CIS RMR over the years, even in the online era. So, yeah, they'd love to be able to return with a new squad and pick them up and go directly there.
Four rounds separate Unique from that win. 4 rounds separate Singularity from equalising against said lead. Norway aggressively wants to get here for Singularity to try and play a position against Team Unique, but for the most part it's all down to this mid-control. Default seized. Takes no damage from that initial contact. Gets away alive. Doesn't dish out anything towards the T side, however, as they've crossed out to the right-hand position. They can go towards that B play. Engagement does do some damage, but Clax gets caught by Winter. Iceman is a dead man. Sees with a trade. Sorry with a response.
Kind of needs to be a save here for the CTs. They just don't have the goods to go for it. The kid's been dropped out in CT, not the best position. Smiley with a great lurk out from mid. This kill, this is the round over. Yeah, they've got a save now. That has to throw it in.
Can they really afford to do it, though? I mean, as you mentioned, they've got no choice, but this will be 13 for Team Unique. No real buyback for the next one, so we're looking down 14-8 in a realistic worst-case scenario. The outlook is not good for Singularity here. They've gained that 1 conversion so far on CT side. Other than that, it's been all Team Unique. And what a victory it would be for these guys to take it above Singularity. Not just because of the fact that it would technically be an upset from Singularity's perspective, but also because, again, these are the first few maps that they're going to win against this team in history. Yeah. And they're going to get to the RMR off the back of that.
Two Pakistani teams at the RMR. I don't know if that's ever been done before. When I think back over the years, like we had some of the Simon guys before kind of being core Pakistan, they are now. You had some of K29 back in the day. It may have happened none or once in the past with some of the minors that we've had 2 Pakistani teams there.
Half buy-in for Singularity around this next one to try and stop that dream from becoming reality. Unique, however, have all the main weapons. Singularity know that the M4 for Norway's just got to go absolutely massive. If it doesn't, then there's not really much of a chance in this round. Even then, their mindset might be set towards round 23 where they can get the full guns back out.
Just hoping for that M4 to drop really early on. We know it's playing out to the A side of Norrie. Duke Fisher hoping for that early contact and gets very silent in the early portion of round 22. T's just defaulting out, all bangs. Oh, gets close to Smiley. The return damage is great.
Yeah, dink to the 69 points of HP. Nice. Smiley down to 66. Not so nice. Clax down to nothing. Even worse than nice for the Singularity camp. Easy kills coming in, of course, with lack of Kevlar on his part. Flashbang in, Duke Fisher getting caught off guard by Dilladares. He had no idea what was coming towards him. Smiley barely stays alive himself. One casualty gained by the T side. Singularity have an easy trade to come through against the next T side player, but Sora takes the next face and evades all damage that Norway can output. CIS gets caught. Guardian left in the back of the A site. USP means that Team Unique can go wherever they want.
Guardian is just going to get picked off, you'd have to imagine. Sorrow struggling ever so slightly to get this last pick. Bring that bomb over to B, make it 14 up for Unique. And I guess you really can start to see signs of how this team can play at the heights. They beat Fiend, a team that's already in the EU RMR only a couple of days ago. That was a massive victory from them. I know that they've had some difficult ones against Blue Jay and Hereds. They can be up and down. When they have those heights, though, they do play some good CS, and they're doing it and proving it right here on Vertigo.
Double lot set up for Singularity. First time we've seen it here on Vertigo. Trying to break out the big guns because it's all survival from here on out. Their last true buy in this map up. And it may be in this series if Unique can get it together. Incendiary's on, smokes to suppress. Walks out towards those B stairs. Clax is bearing down upon them with a Galil. Or AUG, I should say, rather. Does not see the Unique side, though. They just start walking out now.
I wonder how continuous this silence is, where they start using the util forward, boost the one player up. One kill onto the B anchor could just open up the entire round. Nori's starting to rotate in a pretty decent position to at least provide some assistance to Clax on B.
Ready with a smoke set and ready. Sees one individual. Smokes to the right-hand side. Main entrance completely open. Norway can take that one fight. Duke Fisher can trade it. Clack still sat back here. Platt and Duke Fisher did not check it. Easy kill for the CT member. Seeds can follow suit on Smiley. AKA Winter strikes towards one. The bomb's out in the open. So that smoke up to try to pick up that bomb, get it planted. Did he spot Seeds? I think he might have done. Backing away with the shots further, ringing out the backstab coming in from Iceman, dealt with by Guardian. So it's all on Winter now. Bomb in the open. The CT should be aware of that. Smoke up close will indicate he's definitely going towards his B site. No time to grab the bomb, rotate it here. Seas has eyes on. Winter getting caught up. Tag very, very low. Seas sneaking in the back lines. USP would be enough to finish off the job. And that's exactly what he'll do.
A great read for Unique, or from Singularity, that Unique are going for that backstab attempt, because it's what, 2v3 situation, and they start slowing it down. So Singularity think to themselves, well, why haven't they got the bomb down to the site? Why aren't they continuing peeking off one another? Well, it's probably because they've got a lurk, and Guardian just checks back over from that mid-wrap, catches off the first, and as soon as that happens, it pretty much just makes it impossible for Winter to win that clutch. Singularity up to 9, and, well, the double orbs haven't found a massive amount of success just yet. They're still here.
All-important victory here for Singularity. Unique with a rebuy back in, of course, on this round, seeing those AKs out. The AWP in for Smiley. Of course, plenty of cash for them to reinvest into the round. And you can see they had M4 still left over from previous save calls. So Unique were playing both rounds right up until now. You can have a hard reinvestment and still have money in the back pockets for a future endeavour. Guard to Yun. Sees Sora, however, opens up the round. Can't quite get the second kill.
We'll see some picks coming back. Guardian still peeking in, even on the low HP. And Unique is starting to show some signs of weakness in this late stage of the first half. Winter being able to bait one of the AWPers out from mid. Doesn't quite have the timing to continue to swing.
Flash was in his hands. He does fall away to rejoin Iceman and go into the B site. They've got Clax already set semi-advanced position. He's not looking down into the B entryways, but he's watching the stairs. Did see Iceman there, put the smoke on to suppress. Time will be stalled for. The bomb was also spotted by the man as well. Smoke on, flash over. Needing Winter to get back here and provide some support to get these kills in. Clax sneaks up. Slight gap was evaded, and the kill comes back for the man. Easy, easy pickings with Winter. AK set, 30 seconds left. There should be no chance for him to clutch this. Will be 10 to the ball of Singularity. They're not done yet.
No, not at all. Just a slight macro adjustment from Clax to swing out from that right side perspective of him on that quad position. And crosshair placement for the T's isn't quite expecting that angle. Thinking it's more so on the edge of the smoke. Winter has to hold on to the AK. Now, at least Unique have got money, right? So the chance of a reset is going to be very, very difficult. And it's going to take a few rounds in a row from the Russians. Sorrow has got plenty. Smiley's the same. So getting an AWP and AK's out for everyone else isn't going to be an issue. It's just about when does that 15th round come?
Still the case of if it comes at this stage, and again, Singularity is starting to catch up to where Unique are at. Starting to lead a decent charge back in against him. The AK is the MAC-10. Limiting factor here for the T side line. They wait and hold for now. Nades close. Damage not done here by Clax.
I wonder if we just see something pacey out of nowhere for Unique. It's been very slow on T side, so both teams. A lot of walk setups. Haven't seen the quick rushes. And Clax may get caught off guard. Does have a teammate that can rotate in quite quickly from mid.
Burst fire from Clax gets his kills. Sees follows suit onto Iceman. And a 5 versus 3. Norway will burn quite significantly. Sees still gets his AWP pick back in. Oh, he adjusts towards Winter with a no scope. And Singularity look back on point. Unique's mistakes starting to enable the CT side.
Alrighty, Singularity are coming back in a big way here on their CT side. They are starting to find some really decent form. And Unique, you start to wonder, Jay, is pressure starting to get to them, knowing what can happen if they just convert a couple of rounds?
Smiley knows that if his team can convert a couple, they'll take the win. But right now, the momentum is all the favour of the CT side. Guardian, upset, smoke down, player also out the sandbags, is ready to receive a wide swing, and that's exactly what Deladez is going to get. Singularity now within 3 of Unique. There's still a buy for the T side, though. They've got so much money, but they take a tactical pause. Right time to call it for me. They can't keep going on like this.
Well, you'd have to imagine Sorrow's going to drop an AWP over to Smiley, knowing that Smiley could buy himself and get Duke Fisher onto possibly a Galil. Depends on really how they want to play the money situation. Okay, Unique. I just wonder, is there a rush on the table? Is there that quick play, that fake? Try and see if they can drive an opening man advantage, something they've struggled with these last couple of rounds. Even seeing a MAC-10 for Sorrow, so he swaps weapons with a couple of his teammates.
All the weapons are out here for now. Singularity. Nothing. MAC-10 out for Sorrow, falling away. They did away for Singularity again. They're trying to press her in the mid control. They've been pretty passive with the erective faces. Utility placement has been on point, though.
They reacted to that cancel pretty quickly, didn't they? That seemed to be the quick play, and as soon as that incendiary and counter utility goes down, they go, nah, cancel it. They can still be split, go for a double pump. 2 players out on mid, though. This is a good crossfire for Singularity to work with, and even for Unique, these 2 AKs out of the B stairs are just waiting for some sort of aggressive play forward. The utility has to be perfect to cut off lines out from mid position and not allow Dilladez to just spot anything. Another incendiary, just wasting time.
Continue to run the clock even lower here. Dilladez ready against them all. Flash is coming in, completely evaded past the sandbags. Angle, he takes that 2 fights in. Trying to get a 3rd kill on Iceman. Nori steals it, and Klax comes up with 2 of his own. Singularity starting to look real confident now. Unique are in trouble.
Oh, they are. They're going to get another fight together, but they are in trouble. They are really starting to run out of room. And just look at the weapons that Singularity have got. Seized on an AWP, Guardian on an AWP, AK for Nori, AK for everyone else on that team. Oh boy, Unique are struggling. They've still got another couple of tacticals left. Haven't used them yet.
Double AWPs in, Guardian and Seeds continuing to hold the big greens. The Singularity have used to great effect thus far. The rebuy for Unique, as you mentioned, is still going to be looking quite awkward here. They're a little bit lacking in the firepower department. Duke Fisher with the Galil Deagle out for Iceman. Those will be the 2 players to keep your eyes on when it comes to the difference makers here for Unique. The AK in of Winter will get flashed in towards mid. The AWP falls back.
That ramp control being taken quite easily for the T's. No real pressure being applied out from the alley entrance, boost up, or even sandbags. Singularity quite happy to just play quite retake heavy on A. Unique, though, not interested. They're going to start regrouping over to B again.
Minute 2 of the clock. Klax watching with the AK. 4 T-side members coming in. Achilles heel spotted on both accounts. Sorrow gets his frag. Duke Fisher ready for the aggression of Ali. Nori caught, all important. Dilladez still close range, can find the trade here. That's 1 back for Singularity, but the focus turns towards that B side. AWPSCs firing back. Sorrow on the flank, sees him, caught off with a flash blinded. And now there's 2 left for Singularity. Guardian and Dilladez. 2 players that have been fantastic in this series and in this map now. Guardian has stepped up to the plate, but can he and his AK be enough to go for the retake?
Oh, they might as well go for it. They've got enough money to do so. Dilladez giving away the information very early on. Down to 28, and no one is peeking. Look at the discipline coming through from Unique. They do catch off the first angle. It's all about time wasting. Iceman now finding a pick. Guardian the last one left. There's even a TK to the mix, but it doesn't matter. Unique up to 15, and what an opportunity. Klax out in the open, tries to reposition, gets caught off, and just the way they're stretching the rotations, they leave that lurk out in the scaff position, give themselves a 5v3, they execute onto B, so much util, and notice Sorrow, he doesn't give a damn. As soon as he sees that AWP, right, I'm finding this frag, because he knows if he wins that fight straight away to Seized, that round is theirs.
AK is in, flash turned away from Duke Fisher. Takes his lean forward. Klax with the M4, the smoke set in. Unique try and walk their way out towards the ramp default. Smiley's AWP set in, does not catch the jump face from Dilladez. Closest player of the CT falls as the incendiary suppression involved. Unique are not allowed to take aggression just yet, but Duke Fisher is trying to find a way in. You see him? Yes, he does. Caught with U2 in hand. The frag goes there. The T-side Unique going to go storming into that B site, it seems. Norway caught by Duke Fisher. Fantastic shot back. And now 2 men on advantage. The retake should be on the Singularity.
Oh, what a missed opportunity that was with the aggression forward. That looked to be an easy pick for the M4, and instead, it's gone the other way. Unique, they can slow it down, get the cross smokes. They're watching the backstabber C's too.
Sorrow's on 2 points of health, though. It's an easy frag for the AUG to flick towards. Great kill. Looks back in with Smiley. Here's AWP on response. Iceman gets the bomb. Plon gets tagged. And Klax can blind fire. Almost catch Smiley in the back as well. Only 74 points of HP, though. And Klax starts to lean forward. M4 on the corner. Foot's peeking out. Guardian spotted. A tiny piece of information will go for those bag bangs. Trying to get him to drop. Swing out for Klax. Gets it to Winter. 2 versus 2. Diffuse kit on him. Taps it once. Trying to force them out. Guardian's got his pick. He knows where Smiley is as well. Video up frags. Tight angle. Smoke on the bomb. Diffuse kit can get stuck. The Molotov won't be so useful to him. Smiley's got a face. Going for the knife. Guardian's going to hold it. Guardian's going to hold it. Oh, he gets the no-scope as well. And Singularity save themselves in the round.
No way! Does it go down like that? Guardian with such a huge clutch. The knife coming in, realizing the Glock spam might just not get the job done. The timing on that, even the kill, he holds the AWP into the next round. They weren't going to be able to afford it, really. Oh my, that is a huge round to win.
Huge, because it's survival for SNG in this map, in this series. Unique. Can't get past the finish line yet. Held inches away from crossing its Singularity, clawing to their heels. Crawling their way up to evens and trying to take us to an OT. They want that RMR spot so bad. We talked about how a possibility that could be and how this team have tried to come here the long way around. Clack set to defensive with an AWP in his back lines. Winter can catch C's though, kick things off in mid.
Well, they had a good advantage in the last round. They got themselves a 5v3, so even though they've got the opening pick, how much of a difference does it make? They've got to follow up, try and get more in the situation, and Iceman's taking damage.
Yeah, the efforts towards those B defensives, unable to catch the pick on the man though. Stays in and will grab the bomb plate. Bomb plant duties, I'd imagine. Or leave it towards Winter, that's also another option. 45 seconds though, Unique have got to formulate the hit.
Do Singularity have the read? They've got one on A, rotate coming through from Dilly Daz, and Nori, he has to hold the defensive from Orange.
M4 about to peek up, sees one man, Incendiary coming in close, sees contact, gets his kill. Molotov back in a 4 versus 4. Smiley comes up with his frag, Dilly Daz gonna burn. Bomb plant from Sorrow will be secured, and he's just going to wait for the retake. Singularity down by a man. Backstab involved for Clax. Sees one, burst fire, swinging towards Smiley, gets that kill. We push back in the lead for Singularity here. AK for Iceman takes his swing, and Slacks finally gets traded. 2v2. One Deagle so close, and Sorrow can strike upon it. Look for Guardian next. Last man back over towards Rat. Molotov in his hands. Diffuse kit on Guardian this time without the smoke. Flashbang innovated as it goes down towards Rat. Bomb on a Molotov. Spray through, and Iceman wins it. Unique will close it 16-13, and a 2-1 series to go to IEM Fall.